Hey there, welcome to the table. So we are going to cover a game called Kingdom Legacy, Feudal Kingdom. And it is a neat little game. There's not a lot to it. It's a pocket game. I do own a few games that are smaller than this, but it's typically not my style. For those of you that were watching my American Presidency, Mr. President game, I just want you to know that I still very much intend to play that. It's just that we're at the time of the week when I'm hosting multiplayer and my table needs to be clear. I was doing it on Tabletop Simulator, and because all the materials are missing and I'm reading the materials all the time, I felt like I needed to set up the physical copy, which I am going to do. Anyways, this has nothing to do with Mr. President, so I apologize, but for those that are wondering, I will come back to it. But instead, I'm going to do this one. And so I have this card sticking out just because really what I was trying to do, there's a little welcome here. These are the things that you pull out to start the game. So the rule book is this simple. You have a small sheet that tells you some things. I would tell you it's a super easy rule book, but then I'm sure I'm going to screw something up. Basically, it has a deck of cards, and then right about here is the 50 mark. So, say a little bit shorter there. So, cards 1 through 50 is the actual game, and then the rest of the cards are things you can unlock. And there might be a better way to describe it, but let me explain. So, these cards represent my kingdom. And you start the game with cards 1 through 10. So my kingdom are these 10 cards. And then we're going to go through rounds. So a round consists of drawing 4 of these cards, doing something. The something I'm referring to is you need to upgrade one of their cards, just one. And once you upgrade them, then all the cards get discarded. And then you draw 4 more, and then you keep going until the whole deck is gone. And once you've gone through all the cards, that finishes one round. So at the end of the round, you draw 2 more cards from the 50. And it's a legacy game. I mean, you're not supposed to know what those other cards are. And then you draw 2 more, and then you shuffle it into your deck, and then you draw 4 more cards, and you continue round after round until you've gone through card number 50. And once you've done that, then the game is over, and then you tally up your score and, see how well you did. So it is a beat your own score kind of game. The part that's interesting to me is that it's a very resource management kind of engine buildy. Like it has like a lot of the mechanics I really like in a game. I only played to card 14, just so you know. So I did try to play a little bit to make sure I got the hang of it. And let me introduce you real quick. It's actually easier to show you than to try to nerdly explain the rules. But basically, every card has, so the number is at the top. So when you draw the cards, they need to be oriented with the number at the top. And when they're oriented with the number at the top, that's its starting position. So then what you see here is this wild grass is a land type. That's important. It generates 1 gold. And then for 2 gold, you can upgrade it into a plains. So now the orientation of the card changed. That's considered an upgrade, and that would qualify for end of the turn. So then all the cards, the rest of the cards would get discarded the moment that happened. But then for the rest of the game in my kingdom, instead of having wild grass, I now have plains. So the next time I see this card, it's going to give me this power. And then for 3 gold, I can turn the card over, and now I have farmland. So now I'm generating 2 gold. And then if I get it later, I can spend 3 wood and upgrade it to a food barn, which will, for the rest of the game, give me 2 gold. It always stays in play, which means it no longer gets shuffled. So it just stays permanently. So I have a permanent 2 gold for the rest of the game. And then right there, that's 3 victory points for the end. But just so you know, you're going to go through multiple rounds to even get there. Like round 1, I upgrade this. Round 2, I upgrade that. Round 3, I upgrade that. By round 4, I finally see that card. So it takes a minimum of 4 rounds to get that one card upgraded all the way. And that's if all the stars align and everything's perfect. And but that's the gist of it. So each of these cards are different. So you got a mountain, for example. We're starting with some forest. And oh, by the way, if you gain 3 wood from this forest, then you end up with a felled forest. And so then you got to do some things to plant trees to get it restored. Pretty cool, huh? So it's not going to knock your socks off, but it's a game that I think it has a lot of interesting mechanics. So I'm shuffling these cards, and when you shuffle, of course, you got to make sure you preserve the orientation. I want you to look at the rule book here, and then these are your actions. So so I'm just sitting here shuffling at the moment, but produce is easy. That just, remember how that field produced 1 gold? Well, it would produce a gold. And one thing that was giving me mental hangups is when you produce resources in this game, it's only for that turn. The moment that you upgrade a card and then all 4 of those cards get put into the discard pile, it doesn't matter what other resources you had, they're gone. You reset back to 0 every single time. So you're just producing resources for the purpose of doing your upgrade, and then that's it. So right there, you can see the upgrade causes the turn to end. There's going to be card effects. So some of those cards, for example, will give you a bonus. Or like this one here says, discard a friendly card to gain 2 gold. That's a card effect. Now, advance I didn't explain. Advance is you could be in a situation where you can't upgrade any of your cards. So you can draw 2 more cards to advance them, and then that may give you the resources you need to do the upgrade you want to do. And then, of course, you can pass, which is like you're losing the game if that happens. And from the rest of this, it's just explaining what each thing does. One other thing to remind you of is, like, you were seeing land, which is green. There's different colors here that represent different situations or different types of cards you can have. And also, one thing I know I ran into when I was playing my game is right here. When you get a card with this red at the front, like I actually got a person, right? So when you get a person with that, you get to choose which side you want. I did not realize that. I kept it on the front side thinking that later in the game I would get to flip it to the other. And so that was an example of me not understanding the rules. And then I also got confused because I also ran into a card with a destroy effect here. But the moment you upgrade, it says it somewhere in here. The moment you upgrade, it's discarded immediately. So when you upgrade a card, and here I'll tell you, I upgraded a card that was going to let me unlock another card. Like I was going to get to go into the 70s or 80s and grab a card from there. I thought I could get to do that immediately, and that's not the case. You got to wait until you draw that card again, and then it's part of the card effects. And you'll see that as we play. I spent way too much time discussing this. This is just a game you really just need to play, and there's not that much more to it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I just realized I have a unique registration code. I didn't know what that means. So we draw our cards, or we shuffled. There are 10 cards in here. We're going to draw 4 at a time every time it's our turn. When you advance, you draw 2 additional cards. Now, if you just do some quick math, there's 10 cards here. So that means I'm going to be able to do 2 full turns and plus an advance. Now, it is possible if I do 2 full turns and I just draw the last 2 cards, I could try to upgrade the last 2 cards with just those 2 cards. But I don't think upgrades are possible. Like, look at this here. See, this needs 2 gold. So I need at least 2 other cards to give me a gold in order for me to upgrade this card. And so 2 cards aren't going to get you anything. So where I'm going with this is that during one of these 2 turns, it's okay to do an advance to get 2 more cards. It's not going to hurt you. And here, you'll see why. So we're going to go ahead and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do get to see the top of this card. So when I do an advance, I do get to see what I'm going to get here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I don't know if maybe there's a better angle I can do here. All right, so these are our 4 cards. And what is my strategy? Well, I don't have one. The first game I played, my strategy was to improve the distant mountains, which was really good because that gives you stone. And stone is a resource that's used a lot. Like right here, this forest needs 2 stone, for example. And with those 2 stone, you can make a sacred well. And that was the action I was telling you about that was causing me the issues. And then let's see, the lumberjack, where does that come from? Oh, so if I do a felled forest, I can then make a lumberjack, which then will give me 2 wood. I see. So you're either making a sacred well or a lumberjack. So now, in order to do my strategy last time, if I want to upgrade this, I need 2 gold. So I would have to spend this one and this one because they each generate 1 gold. This one generates a wood, but I don't need a wood right now. I could also upgrade the wild grass I can't upgrade the plains. This one needs 3 gold, right? I can flip this. I'm sorry. This needs to be this side up. Oh gosh, that was a big mistake. How many others did I shuffle the wrong way? We're good. All right, so I could spend 2 gold, which would then turn this into a plains, which still only generates 1 gold, but I can discard another card to make basically gain 2. Then eventually I can become a farmland and, like I said, a food barn. This food barn is pretty awesome. Having a card that permanently stays in play means I have 2 gold every turn, no matter what I do. That is quite good, actually. Getting the stone is also quite good. It's a real big dilemma, to be quite honest with you. I think for now, because I have a lot of these and not a lot of those, I am going to spend the 2 gold here to turn this into a rocky area, and then my turn is over. So all 4 cards then get discarded. I'm just going to put those off camera. Then you come over here and you draw 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like I said, there's 2 cards left over here. So we got some new cards here. The headquarters produces a gold. For 3 stone and a wood, it'll turn into a town hall. We got another one of those distant mountains, which we upgraded last time. We have a forest, and then we have a trader. A trader that you can spend a gold to gain a wood, and for 3 gold, you can turn this into a bazaar. I need 2 stone, 3 stone and a wood, and 2 gold. If you'll notice, I don't have enough resources to upgrade any of these. This requires 2 gold, and I only have 1. This requires stone, and I have none. Same with this one. And then this one requires 3 gold, and I don't have the 2, so I definitely don't have the 3. So this is a situation where I need to do advance. Advance is I get to draw these next 2 cards. So now I have 2 more cards added. And remember, there was no harm in this because we would have only drawn 2 cards anyways. So this worked out perfectly for us. So now I got plenty of upgrades I can do because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 gold potentially and 1 wood. And I can convert any one of these golds into a second wood if I needed 2 wood. But the problem is nothing needs 2 wood in this game, at least in this spot. So I can try to do what we were talking about, and let's go for the plains, which would then get me that food barn that I really like. Or I can do the distant mountain thing to get another stone. I'm actually torn. We can do this, which then means you can spend a gold to get a wood or a stone, and then eventually it becomes a market. You could spend a gold to get, well, this one's an iron, and then eventually, after you spend a mountain of gold, you can have a festival where it always generates a wood, a gold, a wood, a stone, or an iron. So, got to be very careful that you keep it on the side that it's supposed to be. Well, which one am I going to do? So in my last game, I upgraded both of the distant mountains, and it worked really well for me. But this time, I think I'm going to try to... I'm going to upgrade this wild grass. So we're going to just spend 2 gold to do that. I could... Well, because of this situation, I actually have enough gold to upgrade the trader, which is actually harder to do. You know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 3 gold and upgrade the trader just because that's more difficult to do. So instead of spending a gold to gain a wood, we're going to be able to spend a gold to gain a wood or a stone, and that's just as good as this. Well, almost just as good. I still have to spend a gold, but I can at least get a stone if I wanted to. All right, so everything's discarded. Round 1 is already complete. So then you just come over to here, you grab this, you draw 2 more cards. Like so. And then they get added to the deck. Make sure you preserve. You're allowed to look at the cards. So we got a river and a jungle. We ended up getting a river and a jungle. This one produces a gold. This one you can spend a gold to get a wood. And in both cases you can upgrade to various things. And right here you can discover a new region. And this one stays in play forever. Generates a gold and 2 wood. I mean, these are some awesome stuff. The ones that stay in play forever are really good. But yeah, it's going to take a while. So we put those in, and then we just start shuffling again. And I think it might behoove me to sleeve these. I don't know. I mean, technically you're supposed to play this. You can play this multiple times. They do have mechanisms in the game where you're supposed to destroy cards. And I think, those of us who play legacy games, we don't always, adhere to that very well. There's some expansions for this. I didn't fully read or understand it. It sounds like you play the base game and then you get to the end and then the expansion lets you get a few more turns in. But anyways, here we go. We got ourselves shuffled. So now we have 12 cards. So we should be able to do 3 sets of 4. So I don't want to advance anymore. Or on this round, I don't want to do an advance if I can avoid it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is our situation. And this is that distant mountain I wanted to upgrade last time. And it looks like I got plenty of opportunity now because it's either this one or this one. These are the 2 I have 2 gold here. So I can upgrade this one or this one. I'm going to go ahead and do the distant mountain. And so boom, just like that, it turns over. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this one's interesting. I can spend a gold to turn it into a stone. But I don't, because this one needs 2 stone and that one needs 2 stone, but I don't have the 2 stone. I do have 2 wood, but the wood doesn't do me any good. And so I have to advance here, I think. I only have 1 gold, which I can turn into a stone or a wood, but that doesn't help me. 1 stone's not enough. And if I do the advance, I'm screwing up the deck because there's 4 more cards I'm going to draw, and then I won't be able to upgrade those. So yeah, this backfired a bit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do an advance. So I have 1, 2, and now I have something that might work really well. So here I can spend a gold to turn it into 2 stone. Or for 2 wood and 2 gold, I can upgrade this. So I got a lot of options here. I can upgrade both of these for 2 stone just by spending that 1 gold. So that's very doable. I generate a stone. Yeah, there's multiple ways I can get 2 stones in this. And then also, this takes 2 wood and 2 gold. I have 2 wood right here, and I have 2 gold right here. So I could upgrade this one. So which one do I want to do? It's basically this card, or this card. So this one here requires 2 stone, and that gives me the Sacred Well, which lets me unlock another card. And then this one also gives me a Sacred Well. So the thing is, I think you can see that getting 2 stone is not as hard as it looks. You do need the right cards, of course. This one here is actually very tough. I need 2 wood and 2 gold, and I have that. So here's the 2 wood, and there's the 2 gold. So I think I'm going to upgrade the more difficult one. And by the way, this was one of the ones we wanted to be aggressive with anyways, right? So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. And now it's a quarry that always just generates 2 stone no matter what. I think that's awesome. Now, unfortunately, I'm stuck with only 2 cards now, and I don't think I'm going to be able to upgrade these. This one needs 2 gold, this one needs 3. And yeah, I don't have any way to upgrade those, so this is a pass. So I was able to upgrade a difficult card, but I needed to pass. So another round is over. Here's the next 2 cards. And so this is the one where I was trying to tell you, see these little red arrows? I thought I had to choose the field worker, but I could choose the other side, which is the servant. So we'll talk about this. The servant is, basically the servant is any of those 3 resources. Whereas the field worker is I can choose a land that's in play and gain its production without using up the land. So basically the land can produce twice. And what does that mean? Well, this land produces 1 gold. She would produce a gold from it, and then I can use that land to get another gold. Or in this case, she can produce the 2 stone, and then I can use the land to get 2 more stone. So she basically lets you double the value of a land in play, but it's very contingent on the land that's in play with her. So she could give you a lot of stuff or nothing. Or she can give you a lot of something you don't need more of. Whereas this guy, he's versatile because you get to choose, but you only get 1 resource. Whereas her, I mean, you can get, the sky's the limit. It's double, whatever this other land is giving, she'll give, whatever it gives. This one, of course, he basically is just a wild card. I don't know, actually. Now, this next one is a bandit. So when played, he blocks a card that produces gold. And he's worth -2 points. I can spend a sword to defeat him. And when I do, I gain any 2 resources. And he can be flipped over by a missionary. So a missionary will convert him into a good, hardworking citizen. We don't have a missionary or a sword right now. I don't think we have the ability to produce either. So he's just an annoying card. So there's nothing to do there. We just get a bandit. This is the tougher choice. Do I choose a land in play and gain its production, or do I get the wild? I'm going to go with this one. I think this one can be more effective. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, now it's shuffle, shuffle, shuffle again. And it's hard to shuffle because, I mean, you do see the cards and you know what's on top and all that other stuff. I mean, you could try to shuffle like below the table, so that way you're at least not seeing what's on top. And in fact, I think I got to do that because I just saw that bandit and I was like, well, I don't want to stop shuffling now. All right. So I shuffled 2 more times and here we go. What is this, round 4? 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we got ourselves a wood, 2 gold. This needs stone. That needs 3 gold. This needs 2 gold. Uh-oh, we might be stuck. This needs 2 gold, but I only have 2 gold if I use this card. So if I'm upgrading this one, I only have 1 gold. That's our situation. I mean, I can gain all the wood I want, but none of these really need wood. This needs just 1 wood and 3 stone. So I'm stuck already. I got to do an advance. So we're going to draw this one and this one. So we got the bandit. The bandit's going to block a gold production. I think I get to choose which one I want to block. Now this one generates 2 stone, which sounds awesome, but I can't upgrade this no matter what, so I'm going to go ahead and block that one. And then here I need 2 wood and 2 gold. I can't use the second gold anymore. I had 2 gold. I even had 2 wood, which could have upgraded this, but the bandit interfered with upgrading the quarry. However, the quarry has 2 stone right here, and this forest needs 2 stone, and I like the idea of upgrading that. So if I do that, then I get a sacred well. And so if I'm willing to destroy the sacred well, I can discover card 8283. What would be interesting is I do need to eventually, like it'd be nice to get that lumberjack. But that is an upgrade I can do, and so now we're done and everything goes off to the side. Next up, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so one thing that's very important to point out, this is not a land. This says building. So, so when she says choose a land and play, she's only choosing one of these. So she can basically generate another gold or another stone. And unfortunately, in this case, I'm stuck again, because if she chooses another gold, that's great, but this needs 2 gold, but I can't use that gold, so there's no other gold to have. This requires 2 wood and 2 gold. This requires 3 gold to upgrade. We don't have it, so I got to advance again, which this is actually going to hurt me. So now we're in this situation where I do have, if she's 1 gold, this is 2 gold, that's 3 gold, I can upgrade the bazaar. Now, I do know, like, I could spend a gold to generate a wood or a stone, so we could get the 2 stone that we need, either through her, because she can count as a stone. This counts as a stone. We could upgrade that. No problem. I don't think I can upgrade the 3 wood here for the river. I can. I can spend this 3 wood to upgrade that. That I don't know. That's an interesting dilemma. So here, if I upgrade the forest, it's another one of those shrines, sacred wells. But see, I'm going to destroy the card. That's what that means. I don't get to keep it. Whereas the lumberjack here gives me wood for the rest of the game. So I think I want the lumberjack. So that means I would need a felled forest in order to pull it off. So in order to have a felled forest, I got to generate the 3 wood here. Well, this guy needs 3 wood. And in doing so, I would get a bridge, which is going to generate gold, and that will turn into a stone bridge, which could turn into explorers. Or I can upgrade the bazaar, which give me a market. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and fell the forest to upgrade the river, and then we're done. And now we're stuck with 2 cards, which I'm not going to be able to upgrade because they both just generate 1 gold, and so this is just a discard. All right, I gotta pause real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. The cards are shuffled. You didn't see me draw the next 2 cards. The next 2 cards, we have another bandit in the deck, and then there was another mountain added. One thing that's important to point out is the performing effects. They all happen simultaneously. So even if the bandit covers a card, the card that it covers, the effect would still occur. It's just that the card is not able to produce because it's preventing that card from producing. And there's also some other options here. Like you can see the yellow is an optional effect, whereas red is you must do it. This is a one-time. So these cards can get a little crazy at times, but I think for the most part we're okay. So here we go. We got our 4. And this bandit, of course, this is a must-do effect, right? So he's going to, cover something up. And So he has to cover this one. This is the only one that produces gold. So that's a nothing burger. I have 2 stone and nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to advance. So we got these 2 now. And here we have a land, the one that we felled. I don't want to bring it back to a forest. That would be the wrong move. I want to somehow flip that over, but I need 2 gold, a wood, and a stone. That's a tall order because I have the 2 stone, but I have nothing else. This needs 3 gold. That needs 3 stone. This would let me convert a wood into a stone, or a gold, I mean, into a stone. But see, this produces nothing. Holy crap, I got to advance again. Yeah, I do. Even if I wanted to, there's nothing I can upgrade here. I can upgrade this one back to here, but I don't want to. And you're allowed to advance, but look at this. He's going to cover up a gold producing, which means I now lost that one. So now we got this. So I have the 3 stone I needed to upgrade that last one. I'm still stuck. Wow, these bandits are killing me. So I need 2 gold and a wood. So, all right, so we got our gold. She can make it a 2nd gold. I don't have the wood. I have plenty of stone right now. And like I said, I could do this one, but I don't want to. And I'm paying a huge price for not wanting to do that. This just reverts it back to where it was. And we did this on purpose because we want to flip this over. All right, we're advancing again. Wow. So this one produces nothing, but I can spend a gold to gain a wood. So I have a gold here. If I spend it to gain a wood, she produces a gold with this. So this is 2 gold. I got the wood and I got the stone. We're going to finally get our felled forest upgraded to the lumberjack, which is what we wanted. But holy cow, did we pay a big price to get that one upgrade. All right, all these cards go to the discard. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are our final 4 cards. Okay, this produces a gold, that produces a gold, or this one. So we can get the rocky area or the plains. We can do either one. We're definitely not going to be able to upgrade this one. Now this one here is Discover Shrine 82 or 83. But I'm tearing up the card, which means it's out of the game, and I won't score those points. I'm okay with that, I think. I would think that's a good thing to do. So let me just put this card somewhere where I'm not destroying it. And I'm going to grab 83 here. So what I have now is a shrine that's worth 3 points. End of turn, discard to make one other card stay to play. Stay in play. So I can keep a card now that I like to stay in play, so that way it doesn't get discarded at the end of the turn. I love that. And then for 3 gold, I can upgrade it to make up to 2 other cards stay in play. Excellent. And then if I flipped it over, 3 other cards stay in play, 4 other cards stay in play. All of that was because of the shrine thing. So we went out of our way to make this lumberjack when I could have made another shrine. Actually, that shrine actually is looking pretty sweet. I think I made like that more than the lumberjack, but the 2 wood is not a bad deal at all. So what am I going to do in this situation? I am going to definitely upgrade. I'm going to do this to a plains. And I could make a card stay in play, but this is at the end, so it doesn't do me any good. All right, so now we're up to cards 17 and 18. So there's 17, and here's 18. What are we getting? We are getting a hill, which generates a gold, but turns into a chapel. a cathedral, and ultimately a cathedral. Then we have some cliffs, which can turn into a smithy, a wall, or an arsenal. This is, see, there's that sword we're looking for to kill the bandits. So this is very interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle. So remember, this is our kingdom. We're building our kingdom, and we keep upgrading and attracting bandits because our prosperity. We are at 18. I think the game says you can go up to 24 and decide to start over. So if you don't like how this is turning out, you can go all the way up to 24 and decide to start over. And, you know, it's your game. You can do whatever you want. But I think, you know, if you're posting your top scores and all that jazz, you know, and you don't want to be a cheater, because you shouldn't be if you're comparing your score to other people. So now it's just a matter of after you get past 24, or I believe, then you're committed. So you got to play it to the end and see what score you get. And of course, like I said, I'm not actually going to destroy these cards because I want to be able to play it again. And here we go. And of course, there's a bandit right on top. Okay. 1, 2, another bandit. All right, so what they do is they block a card with gold production. Neither of these cards have gold production on them. In fact, this is a worthless hand so far. So we're going to move them over and let's advance. So now we got our gold production, which gets blocked. We have 2 wood. That doesn't do us any good anywhere. So we're going to advance again. There's another gold production, which gets blocked. And I am still stuck. Ugh. Advance again. And here we have 2 stone and a gold. So I can discard a friendly card to gain 2 gold. For 3 gold, I can upgrade this one to a huge tree. That means it'll produce wood. I'm looking. So let's say I discard this one. I can gain 2 gold from this effect. Then that's a 3rd gold. So I can upgrade my shrine to a sanctuary. Or for 2 wood and 2 gold, I can upgrade this. I have the 2 wood. And if I discard this, I have the 2 gold. And then I can upgrade the quarry to a shallow mine, which will generate 1 stone and 1 iron, which we don't need iron yet, but I'm sure we will. And then we can discover a mine. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do that upgrade. And then it just says at the end of the turn, discard to make 1 other card stay in play. So all these cards are going away, but I get to keep one of them. I don't know. I can like keep the shallow mine, for example, because I want to get that new mine card out right away. That might work. Which one should I keep? This is a nice gold generation. This is nice for its 2 wood. I don't need the mine yet. So I think I'm going to keep the 2 wood. Although this one would give me a sword. That would be nice for the bandit. I need 3 stone and a wood for that. And I just got rid of my card that produces 2 stone. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this one's staying in play. I still draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here we go. I have the 2 wood. I have a stone. We have gold. In 3 places, I can upgrade to a chapel right away. That would give me a missionary. That lets me get rid of one of those bandits. I love that idea. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do 1 wood, 1 stone, 1 gold. We're going to make a chapel. And then I can spend 3 gold to discover a missionary. All right. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 gold to upgrade these, and she's going to generate that gold for me. So I can do either one of these upgrades. This one is a rocky area. This one is a plains. I don't think I can do this one. I'm going to go ahead and make the plains, and then we're done. There goes another round. These cards are already starting to fray from all the shuffling, so sleeving it probably is a good idea. Here's our 2 new cards. We got another forest, which means we can get another one of those sanctuaries going. So I don't feel bad anymore, right? Because there's only 2 sanctuaries to get. Once you get both of those sanctuaries, you can't do any more. So now we got another swamp here. And, oh, those are some interesting items there. Look at that. You're generating 2 rum, it looks like. Okay, so we add those in. And again, we shuffle. How do I feel like I'm doing? I don't know how I'm doing. I do know that I want to do the missionary thing because those bandits look like they could be very helpful. And here's what's going on in my head. The more cards you have in your deck, the longer the round lasts. The longer the round lasts, the more upgrades you get to do to your kingdom. The more upgrades you get to do to the kingdom, more powerful you become, and the more points you score. So I would rather convert the bandits instead of doing corporal punishment, because corporal punishment gets rid of the card, whereas if you convert them, you keep the card in your deck. So losing the cards makes your rounds shorter. That's what's going on in my head. And then, of course, I'm not thinking long game, and I'm also trying to upgrade the most difficult to upgrade card I can. So if there's a card that only takes 2 gold, that's an easy upgrade. I'm not as worried about that one as I am about a card that takes 2 stone, 1 wood, and a gold. So that's where my mind is. We'll see how this plays out. Here we go. So we got ourselves the lumberjack, wild grass, the bandit, and the headquarters again. So the bandit is going to immediately block the gold producing, and neither of these can be upgraded. So we're going to go ahead and draw 2 more. So now we got the land, the swamp, and the rocky area. So the swamp I can for sure do, because I have a gold and a wood. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade the swamp to, oh, what's interesting. Yeah, see, so the swamp doesn't produce anything. And the accessible land still doesn't produce anything. But I do get a point at least. All right, yeah, we'll at least do that. Because right now it's just sort of a card that's clogging up our deck. I actually don't think I could have upgraded anything else anyway, so that works. The bandit blocked the gold. And we need the chapel and the bandit. Plus, what was it, 3 gold? That's a tall order. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got our chapel, but we have no bandit. But see, I need 3 gold to discover a missionary. That means it's a card that I'm going to add. This one lets me discover a mine. I don't have the 3 gold. I have 1 gold. So that makes it a little tougher. So I'm going to go ahead and discover the mine, which means this card is out of the game. And I need 84, 85. So let's go. So here's a mine. Produces the same, gets more points. It can be upgraded to a deep mine, a ruby mine, and a diamond mine. Very interesting. All right, so we got a mine. That is not an upgrade. That's just discard and gain a card. I still don't have the 3 gold I need. I don't think I even have... I don't have an upgrade here. There's no upgrade to be had. I have 1 stone and 1 gold. 2 stone. I need 3 stone here. Or 2 stone and 2 wood. or 3 stone there. Yeah, I don't have any of this, so we're going to advance. So there's 1, 2. We got ourselves a wood. But here we go. It needs 2 stone to upgrade the forest. And I think I'm going to do that because that's going to get me another shrine. And right here's 1, 2 stone. So we'll go ahead and upgrade the forest. And there we go. We got ourselves a sacred well. And then this lets me keep 1 card. So do I keep the sacred well? I'm going to say no. The card I'm going to keep is the chapel. Because I need the 3 gold. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sure enough, it's clogging up something. I don't have the missionary yet, so I did not want to draw this yet. But sure, we're going to clog up the chapel because there's no upgrading that chapel. Then I have 2 gold. I can discard to get 2 gold, and then this would be a 3rd gold. So I could upgrade this if I wanted. All that does is give me the ability to get the iron. I'm not in a hurry to upgrade that. These are the ones I would rather upgrade first. So if I discard this one to get 2 gold, this would be a 3rd gold, and then I can flip the plains over, and I'm going to do that. And now I have farmlands, which is going to be worth 2 gold, and eventually we want the food barns. Yeah, we're on the right path there. I like that. Didn't get the missionary, but that's okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 for the last one. And we got ourselves some good ones here. We can upgrade our jungle for 3 gold, easy. This will give me a gold, and then that gives me 2 more for 3. Or we can upgrade our wild grass to a plains, or this one I don't think I can do, because this doesn't produce a gold. So I can get a gold from this, right? And then another gold from that. I only have 2. So I can't upgrade the plains, even though I would like to. Because having 2 farmlands would be awesome. But it doesn't work out that way. So I think I'm going to upgrade the jungle because it produces nothing. Gold for a wood is the best it does. So then now I'm at least producing a wood. And then there's another one that stays in play. Yeah, so this is a good upgrade as well. So now we got some huge trees. Another round is over. All right, so cards 21 and 22 are coming into play. We're almost to the point where we have to commit. So we now have another swamp and a lake. Now what's interesting is they're adding a lot of cards that don't produce anything. So we're getting bogged down a bit. We have some cards that are starting to produce really nicely, and then we have these cards that don't produce anything. And I know you have to invest, like, if you take the time to clear the swamp is going to eventually pay off for you. It didn't pay off for Trump, but it'll pay off for everybody else. So, just shuffling and shuffling. We want to unlock a missionary. That is a top priority. I do like the sanctuary thing. That is, or sacred well, or whatever it is. That's been interesting. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got very straightforward here. We have 2 wood and 3 gold. This is 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 gold. All of them are 2 gold upgrades. These are basic cards. They haven't even been upgraded at all. Every single one of these. That one doesn't get us anything, so I'm just going to set it aside. I'm basically choosing which of these 3 I want to do. I think I want to get the wild grass going, because to me, gold seems to be very important in this game. So we're going to get the wild grass going there. Next. And here we go. This is why I picked her. And she hasn't been as good as the servant. The servant would have given us any resource we wanted. But now I get to grab 2 gold from here, and then this produces 2 gold. So I have 4 gold. Now I could upgrade the bazaar, but the one I want to do is right here. Spend 3 gold to discover a missionary 103. We're going to do that right now. And that is not an upgrade. That is just an effect. So I'm going to spend 3 of my 4 gold to do that. And so let me grab 103 here. Oops, wrong card. So we have a missionary. So you can spend 3 gold to convert a bandit. And for 3 gold, we can turn him into a beekeeper. Mark X when complete. Add sticker 1 as production here. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means. So I get 4 check marks, so I get to add 4 stickers. I don't understand that. The game does come with stickers. Here's another one here. I may have to look up what beekeeper does because that makes no sense to me. But we know what the missionary does, so that part is fine. But we now only have 2 gold left because I spent 3 of it. And I have 2 because this would produce a gold. And there's 1 leftover gold from this because she produced 2, this produced 2. So I haven't spent that gold yet, but I do have 1 leftover gold. So let's advance. So now we got a swamp and a bandit. So the bandit is going to cover up the gold. So now I have 1 leftover gold, which isn't enough. Like I can turn it into the wood to upgrade the swamp. So I have to advance again. So we got ourselves a wood and a nothing. So I have 1 leftover gold, and I have 1 wood, so I can upgrade the swamp to this. It would have been really nice to have 3 gold to get rid of that bandit and convert it, but I couldn't. That was, well, it took the 3 gold just to get the missionary, but man, the bandit showed up with the missionary there. That would have been really nice. Okay, I want to look up the beekeeper because that's bothering me. Okay, I'm back. I learned 2 things, really. The first one is when I use this chapel where it said spend 3 to discover missionary, it says that the card is discarded when you do that spend. You discard the card to carry out that effect. So I technically didn't have that gold, and so technically the bandit would not have covered the chapel. So I don't know how to retcon it. I think I am still okay because I think I had more than 1 gold available. But if that screws the game up for you, I apologize. The other thing that I learned is that the beekeeper, what this is saying is you put an X here every time he shows up. And then once you get 4 X's, then you get to add a sticker as production. So you could produce anything you want from the stickers. And then this here means you can flip him back over to missionary anytime you want. So once a missionary, always a missionary. So yes, technically the chapel would not have been there to gain a gold. And so the bandit would have covered up a gold producing something else. All right. So for example, this one here, and I've probably been doing this wrong several times. If I spend the gold to gain 2, this is no longer gaining 1. So this is going to be discarded, and then I'll have 2 stone. So my apologies, I was doing that wrong. Okay, what do we got here? This one requires either 3 stone or 2 iron. We're not doing that. This takes 4 stone or 2 stone and a wood. We do have our 2 stone. I could even spend this gold to make this into 2 stone, and that's a third, and then I can flip that bridge over. I'm going to do that. So we're going to go ahead. This is going to spend this gold to turn this into 2 stone. And that's a third stone. And then for 3 stone, I can flip this over to a stone bridge. Yeah, I'm good with that. Next. All right, we got our bandit. Has to cover up a gold producing something. I'm going to go ahead and cover that one up. And technically all effects happen simultaneously. So I'm going to have him cover this one up, which I'm going to destroy. It just can't produce the gold. See, he blocks a card. I guess you could say it makes no sense to me. The rules can be understood either way. He's either they're all simultaneous, which means I get to do this and he blocks the card, or he doesn't block the card. Or he does block the card and I can't. Here, I'm going to play it safe. We're going to go ahead and block this one. And then this one's going to be out of the game to discover card 82, 83. So we got 82 here. So now we have ourselves 2 shrines. But we're going to go ahead and advance. And I'm not going to be able to upgrade anything because these shrines don't actually produce. And I got a gold and I got a stone and an iron. And yeah, all we did was get an extra shrine out of that deal. Maybe not the best move. All right, here we go. I am committing my game. So right here, 23, stop. Now you got the hang of the game. You may reset to start again. If you like to give it your best shot, next round you will discover 4 cards. Look at them now and then decide if you want to restart or continue. After this card comes the legacy part of the game, where some cards will permanently change in the course of the game. You will not be able to reset the game once you continue down this road. Rule clarifications on back. 25, 26, and 27 are permanent cards, meaning they're never shuffled into your deck and cannot be discarded. They're always visible and active, but are not counted as in play. The Army and Treasury are track cards. They let you spend your turn and resources to gain fame. Export is a tally card. Hold on a second. So what this is saying is you can end your turn to get its effect, but you're not upgrading a card. Export is a tally card. It doesn't end your turn and lets you spend trade goods to gain stickers, new cards, and other cool effects. You will not be able to complete all tracks before the game ends. Try to get as far as possible. All right, so I'm going to set that off to the side. So it says we get 24, 25, 26, and 27. The land seems to grow anything you put into the ground. Add 1 sticker, gold, as production to a land. Efficiency. You're getting the hang of this. Choose 1 building and boost its production. Add a resource. Add a resource sticker to it to make it produce 1 more of a resource it already produces. They're numbered 1 to 6. I'm assuming I get to do both. I don't think that's a card I shuffle in. It says 25, 26, they're permanent cards. So army, in order to conquer new territory, you need to train an army. It's permanent. You can spend your end turn to spend the swords below to improve your army. Mark an X from left to right. When complete, discover vassal state 135. This card is worth the highest marked points. There's a lot of points there. 40 points, holy buckets. And then it flips over, and then you can have a grand army. Okay, so it's worth 50 plus whatever you get here. So this could be a 100-point card. All right, I'm going to look. What is 135 and why do I want it? So this is bordering lands. Holy crap, look at the swords that you need to upgrade this thing. Then you have occupation, vassal states. Wow, okay, that's a pretty interesting card. You're going all in on swords if you do that path. Treasury, store up those riches. You never know, you might need them. So you can spend the gold below to fill up your treasury. So you would need like 12 gold to be able to flip that over. And yeah, you can score 100 points this way as well. All right, export. You can spend trade goods here. Keep track of how much you have spent. Between rounds, you may use effects you have reached enough trade goods to mark. So I can put stickers on a land or whatever. Okay, very cool. So I'm gonna have to just keep these, I don't know, down here. So the question becomes, what is this guy? Do I add this to my deck and when I draw it, see, it says reminder, parchment cards like this are destroyed after use. So give me a second, I gotta do some research. Okay, I am back. And so I have found two things I've done wrong so far. The first one I already described, and that is, what was it? Oh, when you do a green check mark, you're discarding this card. So you no longer gain that income. So that was mistake one. The second one is if a bandit blocks a card, and then you use the Sacred Well to keep the card, the bandit keeps with it. So, excuse me, you don't get to discard the bandit. So that's more of a minor one, but I think I actually did do that. Now, these are permanent things. Like we said, this parchment, if you're ever curious, they give you this little thing that you can look at with your camera, and it just takes you to kingdomlegacy.com. From there, you can look up any card. I looked up the Beekeeper card, and that explained how Beekeeper worked. And it also explained this one. We're supposed to do exactly everything on this card and then destroy the card. So we do get to add 1 gold as production to a land, and then we get to add 1 more of a resource to a building and boost its production. So it's 1 more of a resource that already produces. So here's our dilemma, and this is why I might want to start over, right? This building is not fully upgraded, so if I add a sticker here, then it's just going to, the sticker's going to go away the moment I upgrade that building. So I need to have a building that I fully upgraded. And I don't think I do. So I'm going through here. I do have a chapel, but see, that's even upgradable. We have land. The bazaar is close. We needed to upgrade it, well, actually 2 more times, so that's not good. And then for as land goes, this one's fully, oh no, right here, we have a building. That's fully upgraded building. So then the question is, do I have a fully upgraded land? Sorry, I'm going to bring it closer so I can look. Actually, I do. Right here, the shrine is a land. Although even that can be upgraded. So I don't have a fully upgraded land. That's my issue. like, oh, the farmland. See, it's close, but it can become food barns. But then it's no longer a land anymore. So that's my largest dilemma, is I don't have a fully upgraded land. And maybe there is no such thing as a fully upgraded land. I mean, I'm looking at a lot of these, they turn into buildings. So here's what it's saying. We add a gold sticker as production to a land of some sort. And I could pick a land that maybe is doing great and I don't want to upgrade it anymore. And then we can choose a building and boost its production to make one more. The only building I have fully built is this lumberjack. So I'm going to go ahead and have the lumberjack produce another wood. So then we just take the sticker here, we put it on. It just feels so sacrilegious to do this, but I am. So that lumberjack is now going to produce 3 wood instead of 2. And then I got to pick one of my land. Like, this doesn't produce anything, so that's not going to do any good. These are buildings. The plains needs to upgrade. What is the stone bridge? It's going to let me discover a new region. This one is a cliff that can turn into a wall. I've been ignoring this one so far. This is actually getting interesting. How do you get the fishing boat? Oh, you have to make the fisherman's cabin. Or you have a lighthouse. Stays in play. Discard the top card of your... It's just worth 5 points. I'm guessing you need a lighthouse later in the game. So like this one here would be really nice to add another gold to, but this is a stay and play card. Here's where I'm going. Like we got this huge tree that can become a deep jungle and eventually a tree house. Look at this swamp here. It's an accessible swamp, produces nothing. I can make it produce a gold. But see, eventually you get those trade goods, which helps us. I haven't upgraded this one at all. Same with this one, this distant mountain. All right, I do have to add a sticker as production to a land, so I'm going to do the wild grass here. And the reason I'm going through my head is I haven't upgraded it at all yet. So if I'm this far in the game and I haven't upgraded it, maybe I shouldn't. And if it's producing 2 gold, that's pretty good. So there it is. And then this card is now technically destroyed. So I believe I'm supposed to grab 2 more cards. Holy cow, look at this. Volcanic disruption. Well, this is in play. Destroy the next land you play. When you do, it becomes an ashland, which you can then turn into a young forest. Which then gives you production. That's interesting. Wow, what a neat mechanic. And then we have an opportunist, which could become a recruit, a laborer, or a pretend noble. Rest to add any resource sticker as production. Reset to add any resource sticker as production on any side of this card without stickers. So interesting. Okay, there we go. So I think now, if I have like a situation where I can't upgrade something, we've been advancing, right? So with these 3 cards here, I could theoretically just end the turn, because if I have enough gold, for example, I can just put it in the treasury and I don't need to advance. But I have a feeling it's going to be a while before I can start contributing to these. The gold ones, I could probably do the first couple. I don't have any export goods at all, and I also don't have any swords at all right now at the moment. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. The again, the whole destroying cards thing it bothers me so much. This game is only like $20. Oh crap. I dropped a card and I needed to figure out its orientation. It was the chapel. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this isn't play. Destroy the next land you play. I don't know what play means. Because if I produce from the land, or is it if I draw a card? Or do I just pick one of these and destroy it? I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, I have clarifications. First one, all 4 of these cards come into play at the same time, so these lands are not going to be at risk. It's the next land that's played from here. And you only get to see the top card of your deck. I'm not allowed to look to see what's next. So whatever land comes next is the one that's going to get destroyed. Now, I do have the option to pass, which means I'm going to send this to the discard pile and just wait for another time to deal with the volcanic eruption. It doesn't say it, but this is a persistent card that's going to so let's say I upgrade one of these. This is going to stay until the next land comes out. And then once I draw whatever the next set of cards are, they're all simultaneous, so I do get to choose which one is destroyed. See, this says discard a friendly card. This is not a friendly card. So I have 3 gold here. This needs 2 gold, 2 wood. This needs 3 wood. See, I don't even have enough to upgrade a card. I could discard this to get 2 gold, but that means I'm discarding this as well, because that's what that means. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and advance, which means that whatever land is here would be destroyed. So advance, and then here it is. It's a plains. So this card is destroyed. And what happens is we flip this over. So card number 2 is out of the game. We flip this over, and it's Ashlands, which is worth -2. But then I could spend 2 gold to turn it into a forest, which, if I'm willing to end my turn, I get to put an X on these. And every time I get to one of these asterisks, I get to add a sticker 2 as production, which is wood. Basically, it's going to start producing a lot of wood. So I guess that's something. So what do I want to do here? I could choose to upgrade this guy as well. I'm not sure how excited I am about the prospect. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and mark this. And I think I have to start Oh, no. I'm sorry. This is a Ashlands. So I need to spend the 2 gold to upgrade it to this. And that's it. We're going to call the turn over. So we already got the volcanic Ashlands back to a young forest. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a gold, nothing, and a gold. So I theoretically have 2 gold, but this needs 2 gold and a wood. So I need to advance. So we got another swamp and a field worker. So I can make a lot of gold here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. This is going to make a gold from this. And then these 2 will add 2 more gold. So I have 3 gold. So I'm going to upgrade the shrine to a sanctuary. So now it says end of turn. I get to discard this to make up to 2 other cards stay in play. So I definitely want these cards gone, although it'd be nice to get those upgraded. And I'm going to keep these 2 cards in play. And then I'm going to discard this and this. So these are staying in play, but they don't count as the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we got 3 wood here. I need 3 stone. This produces 1, but look at this. This produces 3 wood, and this takes 3 wood to upgrade the mine to a deep mine. I'm going to do exactly that. And then this lets me keep 1 card in play. And I'm going to keep the lumberjack. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no bandit, but look at this. I see a bandit on the top. So I know the bandit's going to block one of my gold producing, but I have 3 gold here, and I actually have a 4th. So I'm going to advance on purpose to get that bandit to come out. So the bandit's going to go ahead and block one of my gold, but now I got 3 gold here, and I could discard him for 3 gold to convert a bandit, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we're going to convert this bandit, and so he gets flipped over to a worker. And it says, choose a building in play and gain its production as resources. So it's sort of like the girl was. So he's there. We spent the 3 gold. So that's already spent. We still have an upgrade to do, right? Or that was an upgrade. I think that counts as an upgrade. So we're going to call that done. And here we go. Here's our final 3. We have a bandit that's going to block him, and this does nothing. So we're done. Another round. So here's 30 and 31. Stop. Instead of discovering the next 2 cards, instead look at the 4 next cards of this box. Choose 2 of them to discover and destroy the other 2. So 31, 32, 33, and 34. So I'm keeping 2 and destroying the others. This is going to be tough. Entrepreneur. He produces a trade good. He discovers a school, which is 118. You're allowed to look. So a school upgrades a person in play for free and then upgrades itself. Interesting. He can gain money for every person in play, produce trade goods and money. All right, so solid. Scientists. All persons, including scientists, produce 1 money. He can turn into an observatory. A person becomes a building. and then eventually a lab. So he'll produce trade goods potentially as well. Engineer, destroy any one of the following cards in play to discover an improved version of it. Lumberjack, food barns. I do have a lumberjack. 100, 101, 102. See, the thing is, oh no, these cards stay in play too. They look like good cards. They really do. Like the sawmill produces 3 wood and 4 wood and 5 wood, and then the inventor. Worth 5 victory points per X. Reset and mark X on the track if possible. Then discover an invention, 97, 98, 99, or gain any one resource for each X. Ooh, this is tough. I only get to keep 2 of these. So 97 is a spinning wheel. It doesn't produce much. It eventually turns into silk, fashion, and then cloth export. So it gives you export goods. 98 is a compass that's used for seafaring. So you got to go heavy on seafaring with this one. Here, let me show you this one. Pretty cool. So you mark an X for every seafaring card that you have in play. And then as it goes along, you eventually get those resources. And then you have a calendar, which looks very similar. And of course I lost my spot. Then the last one is a public punishment. So basically you invent a gallows. It can produce, yeah, the inventor is a weird one. I'm going to say no to the inventor. She looks too complicated. The engineer is going to make my stuff even better. I don't know what the astronomer or the alchemist does. I do like the entrepreneur. I'm keeping him. Inventor's out. So it's between the scientist and the engineer. This one just replaces cards. This adds cards. So per my cardinal rule that more cards means more rounds, or more turns, I'm going to do these 2. He also gives me more cards. So we're going to keep those. I did bring my iPad so we can look up cards and what they mean, because that's becoming more and more of an issue. That the instructions that's written on the card is not quite as verbose as when you use the website. The website so far has been excellent at clarifying cards for me. There's a lot of cards to be shuffled here. And of course they're fraying a bit. Okay, I paused the game and took some time to, because then they're so much easier to shuffle. They glide much nicer and they're not fraying anymore. So here we go. We got ourselves a new deck. I know that to score the points I need to get the check marks, but to me I need to build my engine. So we have our lake, wild grass, a worker, and a cliff. So this says choose a building in play and gain its production. We have no building. So right now this guy's doing nothing for me. We have 1 gold and 1 stone or 2 gold as production. And so neither of those are helping me either. So I do have to advance. So we got 2 more guys. Neither of them are a building. We did gain a wood, which helps here. We have 1 stone from here, but we don't have anything else. Now I can choose to upgrade him. I could choose to turn him into a recruit or flip him over to be a laborer. And then if I do this, I get to add any resource sticker as production on either side, which just all that means is I can add 1 sticker on this side and 1 sticker on this side, and then I'm done. So I don't know if I want to upgrade him. I mean, him producing a gold is totally fine for me. The issue is I need either 1 more stone or something. I have to advance again. So here we go. There's another gold and another gold. So that's not helping me either. But I can upgrade this for 2 gold and call it a day. I have my wood here, but again, I need multiple stone, which I don't have. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the bridge. And what that gives me is an explorer that's going to let me discover a new region. So these are all out. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We get all of our people all at once. All persons, including scientists, produce 1. Okay, that's great. I do have a trade good here. And this says spend trade goods here and keep track of how much you have spent. And see this infinity? That's a free action, basically. That does not cost me my turn, like these other 2 do. So I just produced 1 trade good. So I'm looking for anything that can mark. I thought I had a pen out. Wherever my writing utensils are, I don't know. So I'm going to just use my iron clays here. So we got ourselves 1, which I'm going to put right there. Okay, so it says between rounds I get to grab those upgrades. So right now I got 1. All right, so what am I going to do though? This one, I can choose to end and discover the school, and I'm going to do exactly that because none of these other guys are doing anything for me. So we're going to discover a school, which is 118. Oh, I just had it. All right, so 118 is a small school, and we can upgrade a person in play for free. Then the school upgrades itself. Then upgrade a person in play for free, and then add a resource sticker to a person in play. Then add 1 resource sticker to a person in play. And then this little slash here means it's a one-time effect. When you perform that effect, cross it out with a pen and it may not be used again. So we're at the regular school though, which is here. Nope, this one, here. So I sleeved it and added it to the discard pile. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody produces gold. None of these are helpful. I need to go find something to write with. All my pens have disappeared. Okay, I am back. I don't know how good it's going to be. Our cards are in sleeves here, but I'm going to go ahead and mark this. Oh, this is not good. There we go. Finally got marked. Oh, I'm damaging my cards. Now, I can take that sticker I grabbed earlier and put it on. This now produces 1 wood. And so all these go away. That was actually a really good time to do that because those other cards didn't produce anything. So now we got a crappy swamp and 2 shrines and a chapel. None of these produce anything. I have 1 gold. So let's advance. We got 3 wood and a stone. I need 2 good and 2 gold and a wood. 3 gold and 2 stone. 3 gold or 2 wood and 2 stone. I can discard this to make this into 2 stone, which I will. Oh, I have to spend a gold. Oh no, I'm spending this one. This is the one I wanted to upgrade. I can make 2 stone. Oh man, I'm gonna have to advance again. So now we got lots of gold. So I can upgrade the sanctuary if I wanted. I think I want to upgrade this chapel though, because we've already built the missionary, so this doesn't do me anything anymore. And if we get to the chapel, see, we can get a priest. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's the 2 wood and 2 stone. This will give me the 2 stone. That gives me the 2 wood. But see, I needed to spend a gold to be able to turn this into 2 stone, so I needed one of these. That's the reason why I had to advance. It would be really nice to get rid of the swamp too, because it doesn't produce crap for us. And then eventually we get those trade goods, right? I'm at a spot where there's multiple things here I want to upgrade, but I'm going to do the chapel first. We're going to get this going. And the good news is I can make 2 other cards stay in play and make 1 other card stay in play. So I'm going to keep this one. This one. So I get to basically keep 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to discard these and draw 4. Oh, there isn't even 4 to draw. There's these 2. That's it. So I should have kept one that I was willing to upgrade, like the swamp. Let me think about that. That swamp would have been nice to upgrade. So let's see. I would have needed 2 gold and a wood, which is easily achievable right here. So I got to just discarded that one instead. And then, yeah, with these final 2 cards, I easily can upgrade the swamp. So that goes to a swamp garden, which it's finally producing something. But now, look at this, 2 trade goods. Now that we have this trade good mechanic, that's actually pretty powerful. And there we go. We're at the end. Now we're going to draw 2 more cards. And we got another distant mountain and a mercenary. So we're getting so spend 2 gold to mark up to 2 with an X. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean I'm getting the swords forever? 36. It lets you pay gold to gain swords, but in the end, you can't keep paying him like this to fight for you. Why not hire him full time? So that's what that is. So you flip him over to the person. So yeah, I can use him to gain swords, which would help me with that 1 checkbox thing. Okay. I gotta sleeve these cards. Now we got 2 more added to our kingdom. And yeah, we got ourselves quite the deck of cards now. I have one sleeve in here that's apparently a different brand than the others. And it's driving me nuts because I can't pick up the cards. Like, it's slightly longer than the other sleeves. But it is actually shuffling really nicely. Much nicer than before. And I always have to remember which side I was on. It's this side. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got ourselves some interesting stuff going on. First of all, this one is discover a new region. So this is a discard. And then it's going to go back to the stone bridge. So that is discarded, so got to put it out of the way, but it's 71, 72, 73, 74. So the new region we have 4 choices. We have another distant mountain, a forest, a canyon, or a shore. Interesting. I'm going to do the distant mountain for now. I was actually very tempted to take the canyon. The seafaring one seems like something I would do if I would have kept that inventor. All right, so that's done. Now we have 1 stone, 2 gold, and another gold. I can't use the 2 gold to upgrade itself, so I could just upgrade this guy. I'm going to go ahead and do that so we can close out the cards. So I'll upgrade him to a laborer, and then done. Yeah. Although, yeah, never mind. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So he's going to clog up the distant mountain. So we have ourselves 1 stone and nothing else. So we're going to go ahead and grab 2 more. So there's a stone and 2 iron and a field worker. I have a lot of stone. Doesn't do me any good, so we're going to grab 2 more. We have 1, 2. All persons produce a gold. Choose a building in play and get its resources. We have this, so we have a lot of stone now. We have 2 stone and 4 iron. That's enough for him. But we need a wood. And then here you could spend a gold to get a wood, and she cannot generate a gold anywhere. Oh no, all persons, including the scientist, produce 1 gold. I'm going to upgrade him, but I'm going to make him produce a gold, or her produce a gold. So we have enough to upgrade our scientist here. So the 1 wood from spending a gold here, and then you could spend either of these for the gold, the 2 stone from here and there, and then the iron from there. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade that scientist, and now it's an observatory. That was actually a difficult upgrade, so that's why I went for that one. And of course, another bandit made it through. I think that's the only one that's left in our deck at the moment. All right, so the school would let you upgrade a person for free, but I don't want to upgrade my missionary. We need a gold and 2 wood. We do produce a wood, where we need 3 gold. We don't have any of that, so I'm going to have to advance. So we got ourselves a lake and a headquarters. I did produce 2 gold here. I can spend 1 of those gold to get 2 wood. And then I have my 2 wood and my gold. There we go. We are now have an exotic fruit tree. I'm actually very happy with that. The school needs to show up with a person. I can see how like the cards just don't work in your favor here. So I can discard a friendly to get 2 gold. So I can like discard this to turn this into 2 gold, which is enough to turn this into a rocky area. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to discard both of these to turn this into a rocky area. And this lets one other card stay in play, so I'll keep the rocky area in play. We only have 3 cards. I need 4 gold to get the priest. I need 3 gold and an iron to upgrade him. I can spend a gold to get 2 of those, but I need 3 more gold for that. This lets me keep 2 cards in play, but the problem is I'm at the end. I can discard to put another check mark on here and then just live with whatever the next ones are. I'm going to go ahead and advance. So we got ourselves a land, a swampland, which does nothing. But this gives me 2 gold, and I am going to do that. I'm going to do 2 gold from this. I don't have the 3 wood. 2 gold from this and the 1 wood from this to upgrade the swampland, the accessible swamp, into the swamp garden. So we're getting all these swamps upgraded for us, so they become more useful. So these are all done, and I was looking. I have 1 card left. But this card I can actually play by myself. Actually, I can't. I already discovered the school. But he does give me another poker chip. So we now have 2 poker chips. And we discover the next 2 cards. And we got another stop. Holy crap. It's time to set up some goals for your kingdom. Something to strive for. Discover 5 cards this round instead of 2. 38 through 42. First 3 are goal cards. For each one, you need to choose one of its sides now, and it cannot be changed later. $38, $39, $40. So here's the problem. We only go up to 50, and I just shot all the way up to 42. I'm near the end of the game already. I keep thinking I got like all these turns left, but I don't. So I need to get cracking here. So here's 38. We're at 2 points per person. So just by having people, I do have a lot of people. 2 points per production of swords. I am choosing people over swords. That is for sure. Expanding borders. You want 70 or more cards in your kingdom, not counting permanent cards. This is worth -2 for each card missing from 70. Worth -1 per card with exactly 0 points. Excluding permanent cards. So why would I take this? This is only worth negative points. I guess because this is worth -2. So I'm going to take that one. I'm pretty sure I'm close to 70 already. I'm at 30. I'm nowhere near 70. I need 40 more cards. I'm playing horribly. Now I understand why you would choose the other side. Maybe I should choose the other side. Worth 35 if there's no enemy in your kingdom. Right now I have a bandit. That might be worth doing. Worth 25 if your production is 8 or more. That's really easy to hit. So I'm going to do that one. Jester, a person. Stays in play. Discard the top card of your deck or mark an X. And he's worth whatever those resources are. But he eventually runs out. And then there's the merchant, which just lets you get a bunch of resources. Anyone you want. I like the merchant more than the jester, although the jester does have the trade goods. We'll do the jester. And then this one's another field worker or storage. Stays in play. Discard to make another card stay in play. So it's like the other one. I need the person, right? The person is helping me with my one goal. So we're going to get another field worker going. I'm at 32 cards out of my 70 that I need. I'm going up to 50, and I'm already at 42. So I know that because the deck is getting thicker, I am getting a lot more turns, but that's still not a lot. Holy crap. Okay. This is not a well-played game. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here we go. We got a trade good. So I'm going to get one of these. We have a bazaar, which we haven't been upgrading, but we could start considering. 2 gold here, and then she produces something else. So she can make this into 4 gold, for example. And then we can easily do these 2 for 4 gold and then upgrade the bazaar to a market, which is going to get us more points and then give us some more versatility. So yeah, easy peasy. Hold on. Or I can discover the astronomer, which is 95. I am going to do that. We're going to end the turn and discover the astronomer. Why? Because I need 70 cards, folks. I got to get more cards out. So let's find 95 here. So we can spend 2 gold to mark an X. It's worth 2 points for every X. Or I can do astrologist, because remember, this says I can do either side. Put up to 3 other cards in play on top or bottom of your deck. So 3 cards that are currently in play, I can just move them to the top or bottom of my deck. I think I want to go for the points. All right, next. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, we got our jester here. This takes 3 wood to finally get this thing to stay in play, which I really want to do. I can spend a gold to gain 2 wood, but that's not the 3 that I need. Discard the top card of your... This stays in play. Discard the top card of your deck or mark an X. Oh, I don't have to do it in order. So I can choose to take the wood and the gold. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play him right away. We're going to take the gold and the wood. So he's out. And I'm going to spend a gold, the gold I just got from him, to make 2 more wood. So that's 3 wood. So I can take this farmlands and upgrade it to a food barn, and that stays in play. So I'm going to put this right up here. This is 2 gold. It stays in play for the rest of the round. At the end of the round, they get shuffled back in. But so now I got 2 gold going forward. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. This says discard a friendly card to gain 2 gold, which I'm going to do. And I'm going to discard this one. So this is worth 2 gold. This is worth 2 gold. And this says discard to spend 4 gold to discover the priest, 104. I'm working hard to get my people, my cards added to this game. And every person I add to the game is another point for me. So I now have a priest, which says spend 2 gold to upgrade 1 card in play, paying as normal. This does not end your turn. So I can basically just spend 2 gold to get a free upgrade. Sorry, my dog just got tangled in my cord. So very nice card. Now here's the thing. I haven't upgraded anything. So since this is the only card left, I'm going to go ahead and mark this because it takes the end of the turn to do that. So let's go ahead and mark it. So now we can maybe get another wood on that sucker. Here we go. Next. All right, so this says I get to upgrade a person in play for free. And then I get to upgrade this, right? Because it says to do, well, here. Upgrade a person for free, and then it's going to become a school. And then I'm going to upgrade the entrepreneur for free to become a hotel. So he went from a person to a building, which that stinks because that actually is less points for me. But I do think I need to do that. And before that happened, though, I got myself another trade good. Or you could argue I still do, but it's neither here nor there. The upgrade is end of turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. None of these are producing gold. In fact, they don't produce anything. They're all based on other things. Well, actually, I have this producing gold, but he can't. I don't think he can block that because it's, well, maybe he can. I have no idea. How does that work? If you have a card that stays in play, is a bandit really going to block it for the rest of the round? You know what? I think they will. Yeah. So this produces gold, so he's going to block the food barns. And it stays in play until the end of the round. All right, so I'm going to grab 2 more cards. And here I got 2 more chips. So I'm going to hand in 3 of these. Get back a 5er. We're at 6 trade goods. I still don't think I have... She says I can choose a land and gain its production as resources. So I'm going to choose to get 2 more trade goods. We are up to 8 trade goods. I still don't have enough to upgrade anything. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 more. This was used. And there it is. I need 3 gold to convert that bandit. How do I do that? I have 1 gold. And I can choose a building. I'm going to go again. Oh, come on. I'm going to go again. There's another gold. I still don't have enough. I'm getting all these people that don't do anything. And one more time, there's a 3rd gold. Holy crap, I went through my whole deck. But I'm doing it. I'm going to convert this bandit. And now I have another field worker. These things clog up my deck, these field workers. But everything else is a nothing burger. All that, but I do get another person. I got rid of all the enemies in my kingdom, which that part I'm happy about. And I think I chose to... I did not choose to eliminate the enemies, although I'm there. I actually chose this one because I do think I have good trade good production. Then our last two cards. See, now that the bandit's converted, this is now available again. And here we got 3 wood, and then we have all this production. Well, actually, there's the 3 wood, and there's the 2 gold. Look at this. 3 wood, 2 gold, 3 wood and 2 gold. The deep mine just got upgraded to a ruby mine. Excellent. One second. Okay, we're at the end. So now I'm going to grab 2 more cards. And I'm glad it's not another stop, draw 4 cards, because so I'm just sleeving these as I go. Here's the first one. It is a mason. So we got another person. Spend 2 gold to discover a building project. And he upgrades into a land or a street. Then the next one we have is a thunderstorm. When played, discard the next 3 cards of your deck, then infinite. Your lands produce double. You may not play any cards. And then you have to end turn. End of turn, you flip it. I don't understand. This game just keeps throwing stuff at me. I don't understand. 44. I mean, I understand what each side is saying. It'll alternate each size each round forever. Discard the next 3 cards of your deck. If you have less than 3, discard all of them. Then turn this card. The cards are always discarded when rotated. Oh, I see. As long as this card is in play, your lands produce double the amount of resources. However, you cannot play cards. This includes advancing. I like when it says you cannot play a card. There is not an action in this game called play a card. It's not in the game. It's not in the rules. There's no such thing as play a card. You can activate effects. You can perform effects. There is no such thing as play a card. You can upgrade, advance, produce. I think that's horrible on their part. Horrible use of terminology. All right, we've done nothing with the treasury. Just a reminder, we can start getting points here if we spend gold. But to do that, we have to like pass. But, you know, I had the situation where I had the permanent +2 gold for the rest of the round. I mean, if anything, I can at least get an easy 3 points out of this because I can pass twice. But it's a nice way, like if you, instead of doing all those advances, but I got rid of that bandit. I'm playing a no swords game in case you haven't noticed. And so with the no swords, I have to get rid of the bandit the hard way with the missionary. And that part's been done. So now I could even move on to the beekeeper. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh my gosh. These don't do me any good. This guy will let me double these resources. So I have to advance. I have no gold. So now I got a bunch of wood. Because I can use her to get wood. It'd be nice to discover a project for 2 gold, but I don't even have any gold. So I'm going to advance again. Yeah, I don't have any gold. So let's advance one more time. Here we go. Here's our 2 gold. She can turn this into 4 gold. I don't know if I need that, but that's what she can do. So that means I can upgrade the bazaar if I want. I actually, using him, I can double this. I can actually upgrade him. But I can't upgrade him and do this at the same time. So I'm actually going to do this. We're going to spend 2 gold to discover a building project, 88 or 89. I need more cards, folks. So the first one is a deep pit or the perfect tower. So the perfect tower is another gold card where I can spend stone to mark. I don't want to do that. I'm tired of those. We can do the deep pit though, which produces stone for me and eventually could get me a prison. Yay, us. All right. We got the extra card. And then, yes, that so far we haven't upgraded anything though. So this still has 2 gold on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of her. So we still have 2 gold. He will double this one. So it gives me 2 more poker chips. And we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So being at 10 means we're going to be able to put a sticker on a land. I needed 3 gold to upgrade this. Or I can just end it all and put another marker here. Or 3 gold to upgrade this. I'm going to advance again. So now we got our thunderstorm and that. So the thunderstorm says I have to discard the next 3 cards from my deck. 1, 2, 3. That was not a big loss. So this then flips over and goes out. So how am I doing? How's my driving? I just gained this. That's all I did, but that gives me 1 more gold. So we have 2 from this, 1 from that. That's 3. We have a bunch of resources, but I don't think I need them. So I can either upgrade the bazaar, which I know is going to give me points, or I can upgrade this huge tree to be a deep jungle. I'm going to do that. We're going to the deep jungle, and we're done. And it's not giving me points, though. It may not have been the smart move. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we can spend 2 gold to mark, and it's 2 points per mark. We got our 2 gold here that stays in play. This one's going to let me keep a card. And this lets me choose a land and gain its production as resources. This gives me 4 gold now if I do this. That's 4 gold. I'm going to go ahead and mark 2 gold and get the 2 points. And that means to do that, I had to discard this card. And we also discard this because I spent 2 of the gold. I still have 2 gold left. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab 2 more cards. 1, 2. We got ourselves 2 more trade goods. I have the 2 gold from here, and then 2 gold from here. I have 4 gold. I can upgrade the shrine. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then when you upgrade, it's discarded. So I don't get to do the effect. So these are all gone. This is king gold. I think we already discovered the astronomer too. So, oh, that stays in. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have the wood. I have the gold. I can upgrade this. I don't have the stone. This building has been stuck. I do have the gold. I do not have the gold to do this. Oh no, I have the gold right here, 2 gold. So I can turn the rocky area into a quarry, which gives me 2 stone. I'm going to instead spend the 2 gold to turn into explorers again. I keep wanting to discard that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this stays in play. I can discard him to discard the top card of the deck or to get one of these X's. And then what I could do is just, since I don't need to get rid of a bandit anymore, I'm going to make him into a beekeeper, which is worth 2 points. And then I can add some X's here, which will eventually give him more production, but that just gave me 2 points. So we're going to go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got ourselves a school here that lets us upgrade a person. There are people on the top of the deck there, so we can I could upgrade the mountain, which is a bare bones 1. We got the rocky area. Since I have the school, I'm tempted to just draw 2 more, and I am. I'm going to draw 2 more. And see, this lets me upgrade a person and play for free and then flip. That does end the turn, but right here, see, look, this person costs all this gold and resources, right? So I'm going to upgrade him for free, so the priest is now a cardinal. And I can upgrade, he's worth 5 points, upgrade 1 card in play, playing as normal. This does not end your turn. That is awesome. And then, because I did that, this flips over. So the school is now a prominent school that lets me add 1 resource sticker to a person in play. But all those are out. And then this is the final round. 1, 2, 3. So this would let me keep 2 cards in play, but I'm at the end. This gives me 2 more chips. And this one, I don't have the stone, and the Jester's not going to get me stone. So I don't think I can do an upgrade, although for 1 gold and 2 wood, I can upgrade this. I got plenty of gold. I don't have the wood. He can get me 1 wood, and that's it. But I am going to use the Jester, since this is the final round, or final turn of the round, and we're going to take the 2 trade goods. So it just gave me 2 more poker chips. Done. I wasn't able to upgrade anything, but that's a good round. Okay, so we're in between rounds, and we got to go to this guy. So this guy says, in between rounds, you may use effects as you reach enough. So I'm at 10. The next one's at 20. So sticker 1, 2, and 3 on 1 land. 1, 2, or 3. So here's the 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm at 16 right now. So the stickers are numbered. So 1, 2, and 3 just means I can add a gold, a wood, or a stone to 1 land. So I just got to find a land in my deck that I would like to do that with, and I think I'm going to choose a land that's already fully upgraded, like this one. So the exotic fruit trees, I can make it worth something more than just... And what am I going to make it worth? Well, since it's jungle, that makes sense to me that it should produce a wood. So I'm going to add a wood to it. All right, so just like that, it now produces 2 trade goods and a wood. Again, I'm not sure I'm doing very well. We get to add 2 more cards. So we are now getting a Dark Knight, another enemy. You may not play cards, upgrade, or use end turn effects. Spend 3 swords to defeat. And a camp. Which doesn't do anything. It can turn into a training ground. Ooh, or Sir Knight. And then a dark enemy, if I defeat him, becomes an impressed boy. Or a squire. Interesting. When you get an enemy so late in the game, I wonder how on earth you're supposed to get all those swords. You had to focus your upgrades on a lot different thing than I did. All right, so that was 46. So we got card 47 and 48, and then 49 and 50, and then we're done. So it's 2 more rounds, and this whole game is over. I know I'm at 2 hours on this recording, but I'm going to try to finish this, although I do have to pause from time to time. And right now is going to be another one of those moments. But here's my shuffle deck, and there is another stop coming up. So I didn't bother reading it, but it's looking like it's a good time. All right, I'm back. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have a stone, a gold, another gold, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the trade good, so that gives me a chip. It would be nice to get this here, but I'm not anywhere close to being able to upgrade that. So I have 2 gold. I would like to upgrade this too, but again, I don't have enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my gold. It says, spend the gold below to fill up your treasury. Mark X from left to right. So we're going to start with the first one, and we're going to take 1 point. I might as well start trying to earn some points there. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Saying I may not play cards, upgrade, or use end turn effects. I have to spend 3 swords to defeat him. So I basically just have to pass. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I do get a stone from that. I got a trade good and a gold there at the hotel. If I can spend a gold, wood, and stone, I can move this up to a cozy pub, which actually would be nice to do. I have the stone and I have nothing else. So I'm going to go ahead and advance. So we got ourselves a mercenary. I have a lot of stone. That's all I have. I have no upgrades anywhere. I don't even have the 2 gold to get 2 points. So next we're going to advance, and we got ourselves the Jester and the Barn. So both of our permanents have arrived. So now we got 2 gold. And I can make it into 4 gold even. So I'm going to do that. So this is going to be the 2 gold from up here, which I'm going to use her 2 gold to put an X on him, which is another 2 points. And then I'm still stuck. I have some gold. I have 2 stone. I can get a wood from here. What did I want the wood for? Oh yeah, to upgrade this. So I will do that. I'm going to go ahead and do the golden wood from the Jester. And that lets me upgrade the hotel to a cozy pub. Now we have the Cardinal. He lets me upgrade one card in play. Holy crap, I got a card worth upgrading right here. This does not end your turn. So I'm going to discard him to upgrade this ruby mine into a diamond mine, which, as you can see, gives me 2 trade goods. So 2 more chips. And that does not end my turn, though. I got 2 gold from here, which I can use to upgrade this. See, this wild grass is already worth 2, so we're going to upgrade this one. Call it a day. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got the young forest, which we can... See, it's not worth points to do all these upgrades. If I upgrade the rocky area, I'm going to get a quarry. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do that. We're going to just get a quarry and then everything's done. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This produces that wood. This adds a resource sticker to a person in play. There is no person in play. Your lands produce double. You may not play any cards. End of turn. Well, here's the good news. I'm going to get 4 trade goods. So I'm going to trade in 1 chip and get a 5er. That's worth 2 wood. So I have the 2 wood met. I have nothing else met, and there's no resource person. So I'm going to just pass because I don't understand the rain thing. It makes no sense to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this one I can discover a region, which gives me another card. And that flips it back down to here. So 71, 72, 73, 74. So we took 71 last time. So I'm going to add 74 to the game. So we got ourselves a nice seashore. All right, so we got 2 wood and 3 wood. I have 5 wood and 2 gold. I'm very close to being able to upgrade that. This 2 wood can't be used to upgrade itself, though. So I'm wood short here from being able to upgrade this one. So I'm going to go ahead and advance. 1, 2. So this person lets me double a land. Doesn't do me anything. So he needs stone or gold. We do have the 2 gold here. So I'm going to go ahead and at least do that. We're going to spend the 2 gold from this to discover a building project, 88 or 89. Because remember, I want to get cards in my hand. So this 88, though, is another one of those. So it's a permanent card. I can spend the stone below to mark X from left to right, and I get points for that. So if I have stone, I can just get points for the stone. The problem is I have nothing, like she gave me the 2 gold, by the way. We doubled that. So I still have the 2 gold. I have 5 wood and nothing else. So let's go ahead and advance. So we got ourselves a lake and a sanctuary. And again, there's no stone here. We need stone or iron or something. Or just one more wood to upgrade that. So neither of these help me. So we're going to advance again. So here we got a plain and another sanctuary. Now we got plenty of gold. We can upgrade this plain to a farmland. And this lets me discard to keep 2 other cards in play. And this is a discard to keep 2 other cards in play. So we're going to keep this one. I think when you upgrade, it's discarded, so I can't keep that one. So we're going to keep 1, 2, and we'll keep all 4 of these in play. How about that? And then we have one more card to draw, and that's the end of the round. And we got 2 wood and 2 gold, which that I can cover, because I got 2 gold, and you take your poison for the wood. So we can take this rocky area and upgrade it into a quarry. And this should be near the end now. So here we go. Here's 47. Stop. Even more immigrants are longing for a place. This round, instead of discovering 2 cards, look at the next 4, then discover 2 of them and destroy the other 2. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. That blows me right past 50. Did I read the rules wrong? Continue to play until you discover card 70, not 50. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here getting all nervous. We're going to have to do another video, folks. It's 70, not 50. Holy buckets. I'm sure my comments, there's going to be somebody who didn't get this far in the video and they're, you don't know how to read. It says 70. Okay. And you're right, I don't know how to read. But I also said I was going to get the rules wrong. No matter how short the rules are, I'm going to get something wrong. All right, we have an envoy. We can spend 3 to discover a traitor. This is interesting. We have a royal architect. Destroy one of the following cards in play to discover an improved version of it. I do have a diamond mine. Holy crap, that would be so nice. Or I can destroy a stone bridge. I do have the diamond mine. 124. What does a diamond mine turn into? A diamond mine look pretty good. Holy crap, it turns into a jewel extraction. This is so specific though. I don't know what a trader does. This lets me discover a land. And it's going to cost me trade goods to upgrade him. This lets me discover a border. All right, I'm just going to look real quick. So we got 126. I feel like I'm going to easily hit the 70 cards now. All right, so the land is just a pine forest. Looks like this. Or I can use the other side, which is a pond. I'm not super excited about that one. And then the 127 is another land. And we got 130. That produces a town border. That's interesting. And 119 is the trader. That's like a marketplace again. It's another one of them. Already had one of those. Okay, so which one am I going to do? Well, I'm not impressed with the trader at all, but this eventually does unlock more and more things. So I'm going to keep this one. The land 126, 127, 128, and 129, Not a fan, and it's making me spend trade goods, which I'm coveting right now, so this guy's out. It's making me spend the resources I'm actually doing a good job of collecting. The border isn't horrible, and you get multiple borders. This is going to help me actually get swords, which I haven't been playing much of in my game. And then I have the Royal Architect here. I don't have a castle, I don't have a temple, but I do have the diamond mine. And I can destroy a stone bridge, which I don't know if I have a stone bridge. That'll give me 15 points. Now, the stone bridge that I do have a bridge. Remember, it's the one that keeps giving me the Explorer. I probably went right by it and you guys were like, you're blind. I must have blew right past it. So like this observatory turns into a lab. The headquarters turns into a castle. So this HQ here that I've never upgraded, that turns into a castle, which is one of the things that can be upgraded. And I was looking for the bridge, or person, but maybe it's the Explorer one. This one here, stone bridge, right there. So I can destroy this to turn this sucker into 15 points. I'm going to keep the Royal Architect, although yeah, we're going to keep the Royal Architect. All right, so these are two worthless cards otherwise. They're going to get added in. All right, so we are at 2 hours and 27 minutes. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome, and we'll see where we can continue this in the next video.